So, you can probably just go ahead and start off by maybe just like introducing yourself and how long have you been receiving ketamine treatments?
Hi, my name is David. I think we all remember March of 2020 when the world shut down. All the stores were closed except for HEB. Long lines at HEB with security guards. Very scary time. We couldn't go anywhere, we couldn't do anything. And I fell into a very deep depression. And I started ketamine April of 2020 to manage my depression. Early in my life, when I was 17, I suffered a great trauma, and after a lot of therapy, working with a psychiatrist, I thought I had successfully managed all that. And then the pandemic hit, and the world became dark, and our world became scary, and I regressed. And so I was seeking something new that would help me, and a friend of mine suggested that I do ketamine. So I came over here and I started ketamine. And then gradually I learned about the approval of Spravato, which was approved by FDA for people like me that had failed two antidepressants and was currently on an antidepressant that was working, seeing a psychiatrist. And I went through the application process and proceeded to get approved for Spravato so I could transition from ketamine to Spravato. And Spravato has proven to be an incredible help for me. I come in every other week, usually on a Wednesday morning, and I'm here for 2.5 hours. I'm in a quiet place. I'm well cared for, checking my blood pressure, checking my vitals, and it works beautifully. Once in a while, if there's a bump in the road, then I will call and I'll pay for a ketamine treatment, which is always great. Wonderful for Andala. I get text messages and they say, we've got a holiday special. You can do ketamine for this much, or if your insurance pays for the office visit, we'll do it for this much. So it's really been a terrific experience, and I'm so grateful to Andala because the staff here are absolutely amazing. It's like family for me, actually. They're like family for me, and they care about my well-being. They care about my mental state. They care about my success in life, and they ask me every time I come in, how are you feeling today? How's your mood been lately? Well, it's been great. It's been great. Thanks to you guys.
Okay.
I always thought ketamine was a bad word. You know, like one of those other bad words. Like ketamine was going to lead me down the road of ruin. And a friend of mine who's married to a doctor suggested to me that I take a chance and do ketamine IV under medical treatment, medical observation with continuous monitoring. And I called my psychiatrist at the time and I said, Doctor, I said, I want your blessing. Is it okay if I do ketamine? Because I'm really struggling because this pandemic is, you know, you're doing your best to help me. The pandemic has just got me, I'm just like paralyzed. He said, David, I'm going to tell you one thing. It's definitely not going to hurt you, and it's probably going to help you. There's a lot of medical papers written on the uses of ketamine under medical supervision, off-label from the FDA. So then I came running over and I qualified, and we began my ketamine therapy treatment. And we course, had to take some time and be patient in the beginning to find the right dosage for my tolerance. And it's been an incredible experience, and it has literally saved my life.
Perfect. So then the very last question, what would you tell somebody who is thinking about trying ketamine?
You know, I've had a couple of people that I know in my office that have come to me and said, David, your mood is so bright and you're filled with light and you're happy and we see such a difference in you. What did you do? And I said, well, one of the things I did was ketamine, and then later Spravato to assist me to get that dark cloud to go away that's hanging over my head. So I've said to my colleagues, I said, if you feel like there's a dark cloud hanging over your head and you've tried everything you can to get that dark cloud to go away, I always give them the phone number for Andala here in San Antonio and ask them to call and have them do an intake and see if they're a good candidate for ketamine or Spravato, because it is a game changer.